Hey everyone, and welcome back. For a few weeks now, we've been teasing the release of a comprehensive, highly accurate, high-density family, and the day is finally here. We're proud to announce that the new mobile shelving families are live on the Fetch app and the website. For this video, we'll talk about how and why we decided to create this complex model, and some of the challenges we faced along the way. We'll also showcase each new family and demonstrate how they can be used to design and visualize high-density systems quickly. For those who don't know, high-density mobile shelving is a system of carriages carrying shelving units on tracks. This technology enables the shelves to take up far less space by collapsing shelving units together instead of having an aisle in between every bay of shelves. To access a particular row, the user operates the mechanical crank or the powered motors to move the shelves to open an aisle. These systems are enormously complicated and can be overwhelming for an architect or space planner to design without outside help. Considering this, we set out to build a high-density model that uses easy-to-understand parameters that guide the decision-making process of a designer to output the system that meets the design requirements and the manufacturer's specifications. We wanted the models to include as many options as possible while using a systematized approach to draw each system accurately. We also wanted to observe some standard drawing practices for these systems so the plan could be viewed and read correctly. To put it into one sentence, the overall goal was to develop a model flexible enough for design, but precise enough to represent the real-world product with all its intricacies accurately. As you can imagine, we faced a few challenges. There was a lot of data to juggle between rail types and heights, different guidance systems, carriage heights and maximum lengths, operation types and shelving options, and so on. In addition, Revit has its own constraints that we have to live within. For instance, Revit arrays have stringent rules that don't allow for arrays of less than 2. Arrays must also be consistent between all array members. That means the options applied to the first mobile carriage must carry through to all the carriages. Further, arrays and nested families and many nested components can quickly bloat the file size beyond usable. Let's take a look at the new standard 4-post high-density family to see all this planning in action. Standard high-density is the most common mobile shelving system people may be familiar with. It's used in virtually any situation where lots of storage is needed in the least amount of floor space. Businesses, libraries, museums, police evidence lockup, medical administration, retail, and many more markets use the storage solution for storing files, books, artifacts, evidence, patient records, inventory, and so much more. Some college and professional sports teams even use these in locker rooms to store jerseys, helmets, towels, shoes, and equipment close at hand. Our standard high-density model features independent left and right static units, with options for stationary units on a platform or on the ground. Manual, mechanical, or powered operation, adjustable aisle spacing, rail and floor options, attractive laminate end panels, and 4-post shelving also come included. As with all families in the Fetch library, this model is on the Categories tab. You can find it under Furniture Systems. Click on the picture, then click into the Revit project to place. Clicking on the model will show all the parameters in the Properties window. Starting in the Construction category, we have all the radio buttons and integer spinner parameters for selecting options such as left and right static units, and the number of mobile carriages, rail and floor options like surfaced or recessed rails, and the shelf options you would typically find on our 4-post shelving family. After selecting your options, the Dimensions category includes all the dimensional settings for the system. Here you can enter the carriage widths for the left and right static carriages, the mobile carriage width, and the overall carriage depths. The aisle space and shelving height are other dimensions to consider here. Once you have considered all these decisions, the family will automatically adjust to reflect your choices. And that wraps up the standard high-density family. But what if your storage needs are more intense than the standard mobile shelving system can handle? That's where the industrial model comes in. Industrial mobile shelving is often found in warehouses, off-site storage facilities, and other settings where high-capacity storage is needed in a small footprint and can hold archived records, materials, shop equipment, and so much more. Our industrial high-density model features 3 types of carriage for increasing weight capacities: independent left and right static units, mechanical or powered operation, adjustable aisle spacing, appropriate rail types, and optional secondary operators on the back of the carriage. To use this family, insert it into your Revit project as before. The properties and parameters for this family are essentially the same, except this family has 3 types for increasing weight and length capacities: Like the standard high-density family, the construction category has many checkboxes and integer spinners for selecting the various add-in options. The dimensions category is where you can enter the width, depth, and heights you desire to output the finished mobile shelving system. Our last mobile shelving family is low-profile high-density. This system is perfect for storing large, bulk items that don't require a high-capacity rating and are often smaller than standard or industrial families. Low profile is typically used in business administrations, school or patient record keeping, and retail storage, especially for picked inventory. This low-profile shelving model includes many of the same options from the previous two families: independent left and right static units, static on platform or on ground, adjustable aisle spacing, and all appropriate rail types and floor options. To use this family, simply insert it into your project like any other fetch family. The usual properties and parameters are in the Properties browser under Construction and Dimensions tab. Select your desired options and sizes, then hit Apply to see the finished product. So that's how we set out to make the best high-density mobile shelving models. Use these to design almost any system with ease quickly. For more product spotlights, Revit tutorials, and other BIM content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.